So I wanted to talk about time and that illusion of time, especially in the context of being old or too old, age, and how that puts limitations on us. I'm outside right now in my office. I'm gonna walk around this field. Hopefully, it's not too bright. I tend to get a little squinty, but I was thinking about this in terms of myself and also helping people that I work with. And a lot of times we're limited in our mind around the concept of time, and we don't even realize we're doing it. I mean, it's natural to think about time in a linear fashion, age, how old we are, obviously, what we have going on in our lives, what's coming up. Also, the concept of like the calendar too. What do I have going on during the day and the week and the upcoming months? We put all of that into like a context of reference. It's like a frame of reference, so that we can try to plan and schedule and do all those things. I mean, that's normal, and we have to do it. We live in a three-dimensional reality where we got to deal with time. But in the ways that it limits us, I mean, I don't think we're fully conscious of that. And when you're thinking about making a decision, getting unstuck, making a plan for your life, a lot of times people are limited in the way where they project outwardly and they project themselves into the future. And so, like, a real common thing that people will do is they'll say, well, if like, for example, like, if I'm going to, get a degree, and it's 4 years, right? Or a master's degree is 2, roughly, or some type of professional degree. And they're going to say, and then when I'm finished, I'm going to be that old. And then that concept itself will limit them from making the decision. And the thing is that time passes no matter what. It doesn't matter what we do. It doesn't matter what we think about it. It doesn't matter if we like it. It doesn't matter if we don't like it. When you're younger, you want time to go by quicker, like when you're a kid, so you can get yourself into adulthood. And then the idea is that when I'm an adult, things will be better. So I want time to pass, right? If I don't like my semester at school, I want time to pass. And then as we get older, we have more of a confining or negative sense of time. I may not want time to go by. I want to save time. I want to feel like I'm not wasting time, right? But time is it just kind of is what it is. And it doesn't care about our thoughts. It doesn't really care about our feelings, or it doesn't at all. And, the reality is that if I make a change or a move in my life, time's going to pass. And by the time that I get there, I'm either going to have started the thing or I'm not going to have started the thing in retrospect, So it's really a limiting factor for a lot of people. And I know for me, the last handful of years, I mean, really I can kind of timeline, because I'm posting here on YouTube. But there was a period, the last 5 or 6 years where, I was kind of stuck in that rut of how to best use my time instead of acting. Now the sun's getting super bright. I'm about to turn around. Instead of just taking action, right? So when we're able to take action, the next step will present itself. But if we stay locked into our heads and our thinking, everything's just conceptual, right? So it's like everything's kind of like a thought or an illusion in a way. right? It's either ideal or not ideal. But back into the concept where something that I think I'd been thinking about, or I might have even talked about here in one of these videos, is like, perfection will get you too, and there is no perfect time, there is no perfect moment. And anyway, so I kind of made a promise to myself, so I could help myself, but also help my clients too, and like be in integrity with my clients, and that I want to just take steps and take action on things. And then from there, you can make your next decision. And from there, I can figure out like, all right, well, what's the next, what's the next YouTube video, Cause I have no idea, right? I don't even, I mean, I've got well, I do have some idea of like a schedule of what I want to be doing here in the next handful of days, but creatively, I'm gonna try to get in a better sun position. Man, it got super bright. I won't know until I take action, right? But if I'm bound by that concept of time, or things have to be perfect in timing, or a certain way, I mean, there's just no way of knowing, and then we end up living in our heads a lot, and that's just not how life unfolds itself for us. You gotta be. We have to like actually like be and express more than get caught up in the doing, and then the doing bound by this concept of time. And I've been watching some other creators talk about age and starting over, and a lot of people are hesitant and scared to take a step because they feel like they can't do something at a certain age, and it's all just kind of really an illusion, right? Like no one is thinking of you as your age; they're just looking at you as you are. But regardless of what they think or don't think about you, your conceptualization of yourself, if it's bound up in your age, it's bound up in time. And again, I mean, you're going to be older tomorrow than you were today, and next year you're going to be a year older, and nothing is changed other than the fact that the calendars move forward. You might feel a little bit different in your body, but if we stay locked in our heads and we have all these ideas or wants and desires, and we don't act on them because we're afraid of what we think time's going to present, and we're just going to be there indefinitely, right? Nothing's going to change. Time is not going to go by and then it's going to show up one day, a year from now, like today's, the day I'm recording this video, it's August 13th, 2025. Well, on August 13th, 2026, nothing's going to be presented to me any different way. It's just going to be the date, right? Life will be doing what life does, so you're never too old, you're never too young, you're never too inexperienced, you're never too lacking or lacking at all. Those are all just limitations. And one of the things again that the mind likes to use to keep us stuck and limited is this concept of time we've given it. Yeah, so for me, that's one of the cool things about life experience has been, you live a certain amount of time, you have life experiences like kids and family and careers. I've had a few careers. And, you start to learn from your trends, and you start to learn from, seeing your thoughts, whether they're like super negative or limited, or they're like pie in the sky and idealistic. You start to see that life is really a whole lot of in between, and a lot of neutral. And it's kind of here, kind of just to receive us as we want to express and do the things that we want to do. So it's something that's been on my mind recently, especially too. If you have kids, man, kids will. like directly reflect back to you how you're getting older, because they're changing so much. And I'm looking at my kids and they're growing so quickly. And anyway, I just wanted to share that thought today. It's getting super hot outside, and getting probably pretty squinty. So I'm gonna wrap this one up. I didn't introduce myself, but I will here. My name is John. I am a coach. I am a therapist of 15 years, former military, and helping people get unstuck and helping them live the life that they desire. You can find more about what I do in the website link in the description, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks.